point and escaping from an off-duty highway patrolman who had approached her vehicle.
Campaign 2020 on KYW News Radio.
Democratic presidential hopefuls preparing for Monday night's crucial Iowa caucuses.
I'm Jim Crystal in Waterloo, Iowa. Even though he's uncertain which of the Democratic presidential candidates he'll support at Monday night's caucuses, Dan Smicker says he is certain of one thing when it comes to politicians. They just don't get it. We're something else. Don't get it. It's an inconvenience to them, and they have to put up with it. Smicker also says he's looking for someone who can unite the nation. Jim Crystal, CBS News, Waterloo, Iowa.
And politics over in Europe 3.5 years after the British people voted to exit the European Union. Brexit is finally a reality, sort of. CBS's Vicky Barker reports now from London's Parliament Square.
So what just happened at 11 p.m. local time? Well, Britain seems to be a member of the European Union. The people of Britain have lost their European citizenship. But Britain remains beholden to EU rules for another year while the two sides haggle over the terms of their divorce. The people celebrating here tonight may yet end up with one big economic hangover. Vicky Barker, CBS News, at the Brexit celebration in London.
Back here, there is one U.S. phone company apparently broke a law protecting consumers.
He broke the law?
The Federal Communications Commission in a letter to Congress says one or more wireless companies violated regulations and could face penalties for sharing data that can pinpoint the location of smartphone users. An FCC investigation
you mean like gang
found wireless
stalkers?
providers were selling real-time phone location information to outside data collection firms without customers' knowledge or consent. Tracking services can offer the information to keep tabs on packages or create personalized marketing pitches, but it can also be used by bounty hunters or stalkers.
See? Oh my! I
Here's a
told
really hot
you.
Story, literally. A new product from the world-famous Baltimore-based seasoning company made its
It's 10:11.
debut when it sold
It's
out
10:60.
within an hour. And that's
KYW.
all. It launched a new hot sauce infused with its signature flavor on Wednesday. The company confirmed in a tweet that eager buyers flooded the site with traffic, joking that they all love it so much that they're going to try to break the internet. They almost did. Some customers began reselling it immediately online, charging up to $200 a bottle. The company says
Oh, $200. That's like
will be restocked.
those 200 fallen angels that Kleck was talking about.
We have an accident right now on 95 South.
The ones that are taking the bait.
We'll get the details on that and how you can get around it when we check in with ADM.
I can tell you how you get around it too.
Just the facts, none of the noise.
There's a trap being set. It's a pretty damn slick trap too. I'll give it to you, Kleck. I'll give it to you on this trap. It's more understood now because knowing that Kobe Bryant is in on it, and more stars are in on it. There's a thing that they wanted to fulfill with their flesh and the host body, because in the flesh they want to be worshipped more than the gods that they are right now when it comes to the sports god, the basketball god, the football god. They want to be worshipped as someone that actually rose from the dead. And they're considered those 200 types of angels. You know, the ones that wanted to have sex with women. The Nephilims, the giants. Sports is nothing but giants. And there's some big ass people in sports. But you know, they're the big names But it's more than that. It's deeper than that. There's an initiative. There's also like an initiation in order to be considered, you know, that top person in the world, the top, those 10 kings, man, are they, I mean, what do they got to do? What do they got to do to get in there? There's a big surprise coming for everybody. And Kleck is the one that he's tricking them. He's tricking them. I mean, I meant like as a joke, tricking them. Because they have this major promise too, and it's gonna happen. They're gonna have their party. There's no question that 3.5 day party is gonna happen. But there's also another 3.5 days of something else happening too. But now that Kobe is part of the, because he's playing this role of Christ in the flesh. Now I heard, Lefty, I remember you saying this, that you said that the Messiah was going to be a black man. You know, because you were referring to yourself, but no, I see what you're saying. Because the joke, like, I know people think the joke's on me. I mean, that's funny because I'm not the one that lied to anybody. I'm the one being lied to, so I got to figure this stuff out on completely my own and wake up last. But that's okay, because the last shall be first, and it's all good. You know, you took a long time to wake up, and then to finally see, you know, really see what these people are doing behind closed doors. And then I just started inviting myself, you know, on the platform, because nobody invited me to the party. So yeah, the joke's on Kobe. The joke's on you. I mean, what Kleck is doing, now there's only certain people you're even gonna know what I'm talking about, and it's aimed at the ones that are in on it. Only you guys know that there's a major prank joke coming up on Kobe. And the other ones that are going to sign their name away. Because I think they just want to be worshipped by, like as if they're God. Only by certain people too. It's like the 7 billion people that are kind of tired of that. But they want to walk in the Garden of Eden that Kleck has promised them. So as you're behind the scenes, here, let me set the stage for you. 2 days before Kobe Bryant, the story came out that he was turned upside down and fell from the heavens as a falling star, angel burning to the ground, reformed by the Lord God himself as the potter's clay, reforming life, promising people that, like the Kleckites, like you're gonna see you Kleckites were promised to hang around a bunch of famous people. That's one of the main things that Kleck has promised you guys, to be with the stars. And then today Kleck did a study after he did the 2-day, after Kobe Bryant's death. He did a study about worshiping idols. So he's directing this at you, worshiping idols, and he's directing it at anybody who's worshiping the flesh. He has the power over these people, because they're, let's put it to you this way. The serpent and Eve, the serpent is supposed to have sex with Eve. Ain't that what happened? The serpent, who's the serpent? Who's the serpent in Hollywood? In Kleck's world? Who's the serpent? And then who's Eve? So there's only a few people that know exactly who Eve is and exactly who the serpent is. Being told. Eve is the one telling the serpent that he's the serpent. The Eve in the world. Adam, Adam and Eve. Adam and Eve. Because it's basically like Adam and the serpent. I had a Bible app, and it said, get ready for your 21-day challenge. I'm like, wow. Even the Bible app is telling you that 21 days of Daniel are coming up. Again, Kleck is telling you exactly what's happening. Yeah, there's going to be a bloodbath. It's going to be a red wedding. And it's going to involve Andy Reid, Big Red, having the Kansas City Chiefs in their red, playing the San Francisco 49ers in their red. It's going to be a bloodbath. A red sea split right down the middle. I think there's 2 missiles coming. Right around, like 5, right around like 9/11 at night, p.m. Super Bowl Sunday, Super Bowl 54, February 2nd, 2020, 2/2/2020. With like 5:55 remaining in the fourth quarter. I don't know. I kind of think it's going to be a blowout. I think San Francisco is going to win. And then, because of what San Francisco is known for, Sodom and Gomorrah, that fire and brimstone can, come down on them at the Hard Rock Stadium, the football game, the back of a $100 bill. They got 100 yards to go. It starts there, Mickey Mouse sitting on top of the Hard Rock Stadium with the January 1st Google Doodle 2020. Because once we get to the Super Bowl, and after these other kings fall on the news, dominates the world news, once all these things start to continue to unfold, I mean, how are you not going to know that we really literally are in that time? We're in the time of the end of the age, the end of the world, because it's a system. The world is a system. When one world ends, the next system begins. So that's all it is a system changing. And Kleck, man, you had me the whole entire time. You're right. I mean, yeah, I guess, that part, the joke's on me. But I still have to figure you out anyway and show people what you're going to do before you do it. And I know you're using a medium to kind of find out if there's anybody that can actually solve your riddle. That's what it is. It's a riddle. Your riddle's been solved. Riddle me this. What number Super Bowl was it, is it, and yet isn't, that never finished? What Super Bowl in history has played the game and never finished due to a second 9/11 attack? Or a missile, rumor, bomb, explosion, terrorist attack. Well, that would be Super Bowl 54. And then if nothing happens, whatever. Then the 9/11 happens the very next day, and they're just pointing from the Super Bowl game, going up to Philly to get 3 more in a row. Knock down Willie Penn, probably even Will Smith at the same time. 2-3, the next bypass, 2-3, February 2nd, and the 3rd, and then February 23 is the real carefree highway, 223. Kleck's getting certain people to worship him as Christ in the flesh, but to others in Hollywood, he's acting as John the Baptist, and the joke's on Kobe. That's where the true joke is, because they're trying to get him to believe that he's the Christ. Is that what they're trying to do? But he's really been told he's the serpent. But then where's Eve? Who's Eve? because the serpent's supposed to seduce Eve. Man, that helicopter, it looks just like a dead sheep. The helicopter that Kleck drew. I mean, well, yeah, I mean, that's the cartoon that he made, but the dead sheep looks like a helicopter on its face planted down there. And how about Kobe's pilot? Oh, mumbles. He was mumbling so he can throw those words in there that rhymes, that sounds like the other word, but it really isn't. But it's more like the spiritual seed, the spiritual birthing. When the one goes down with a wounded head and then he does live, which is Kobe. I know there's people that just don't want to believe it. You don't want to believe that Kleck and Kobe made this pact together. But they're really like speaking lies to each other at one table. The one that feeds off the portion of their meat they destroy them. I love ice. Late work night. They're all falling for it. So if you don't have faith, because what the scriptures say that Christ said, you know, when he returns, when he comes back, is there gonna be any that he finds with faith, that has faith? I know, right? That was a red light, wasn't it? It's slippery out. It's wet. I didn't want to slam on the brakes. My anti-lock brakes might have not locked up on me. So let's think about this for a second. If the joke was on me, if you consider it a joke, it's on me because I don't know. And then people make fun of me because I think I know something but I don't. Or I'll predict something it's not really the way it's supposed to be, but half of it's true. But you'll pick on me for the half that's not true, even though I'm seeing half of it at certain times. And then the joke being on someone from the outside looking in who can finally see what Kleck's next move is, because I just have to get caught up. Like, you guys are like 10 years ahead of me. Now I'm running side by side. Sometimes you pass by me and can't see in front of you. But then when I pass by you, then I can see in front of you, and then I'm going to see what you're going to do next. I'm going to see your next move. And that's where we're at right now. The next move. I have to be able to predict the next move to get ahead. Because that's what happens. Because with Kobe going down and Kleck getting on, making it as obvious as all hell, using that medium to find out if anybody can figure out what he's doing. He knows who knows and who don't. He knows that he's trying to look, the people that work for him, you Kleckites, he's given this chance to every one of you to figure out what the deal is in the world. If you can figure out the riddle. He's not finding any discernment out there, and it's kind of scary for him. So you have an opportunity to figure it out on your own, but you can't. And then that's why there's still that jealous spirit. And the Bible is coming true, and you guys are afraid of that. Because if that comes true, and then what's going to happen to you guys, that's going to come true as well. And that's pretty cool. Looks like a castle at night. Outback Steakhouse. You got that jealous spirit there, Kleckites, and you need to just repent. Just turn away, because you're going to stand there in shame even more if you don't turn away from Kleck now. I know he got you guys scared. That's the whole point. We both know that he stalks people. We both know that. It's just the ones that know that and are afraid of it. Well, you're not gonna turn. You're just gonna wait, because you were promised. And you know you're there's also the ones that were promised to have sex with virgins, and that's the Sodom and Gomorrah promise to you guys. It's supposed to be with women. That's the code word. The virgins. But it's the 144. That's what you're promised. Because Kleck he's using us as the bait to get the serpent race to rise up from the pit. Kleck is doing exactly what God has placed him here on planet Earth to do. And that is to grab the 144,000 all the fallen angels, the fallen and the risen, all together, bringing them both to the top. And then reaping. With him being the person responsible for having the money being printed, his artwork being printed on the back of money, being in control of the money, being in control of Hollywood, what everybody's doing in there, how he can just get Kobe to sign over his name and give him his power, and then Michael Jordan, you can sign your name over, give your power over to the beast, because you were promised you were promised to be worshipped like a god because you rose from the dead. That's the promise. And then the land where you're at and everything, that's good. But you got to sign your life over to the beast, and and the money that you guys have, it's astronomical. But then when that money is worth nothing at all because of what Kleck is doing. So again, if somebody else is responsible for what I'm saying, then make yourself known. In the meantime, I pick a face, and that's the one that's responsible for it. And then with the Kleckites, they were promised to be around they were promised to see them. That's who Kleck's talking to. He's promising you guys that you'll see Kobe Bryant rise from the dead. Watch. Because you don't even know that he's controlling this. You have no idea. You're just hired, you know, as surveilling, gang stalking agents. Just hired to do your job. You have no idea even what's up in the sky. And that's perfect too, because you guys were promised. And I'm not talking about the Kleckites that are the people that are just lost, that don't, you know, like just the regular people that aren't gang stalkers. I'm talking to the gang stalking Kleckites. The ones that were promised a little bit more. I know you think it's going to work out for you. You're supposed to. Same thing with Kobe and the rest that are following suit. They're supposed to think that's going to work out for them. And you guys get your victory. You go over there to the Garden of Eden. You guys get to worship those guys who you already love. You already love the flesh as you're worshiping an idol that Kleck's telling you not to. He's telling you. And the real joke is on you. Straight joke is on you. I'm the one from the outside figuring it out. The joke's not on me. I was just lied to. I'm the one that can figure it out. All the liars that have been lying to me. Figuring it out. But you'll only know when it happens. That next event, I have to be ahead. I have to predict it dead on. And then go to jail for predicting it. And then get out. And then get an astronomical amount of people's attention in the world because of it. And then once it's all done, I won't know what the future is anymore.